Welcome, and how you doing? I'm making a video of, and this is the first time for me, by the way, not making videos, and don't mind the flies, damn little buggers, where I am going to be making pumpkin pie moonshine. I started last year with making apple pie moonshine, and it came out really, really good. A little bit too good because, well, I fell in love with it, Amanda fell in love with it, she's my partner, and everyone we pretty much gave a sample to loved it. But you don't want to get tired of things, so I decided this year, not only on top of the apple pie moonshine, which I already made, I'm going to make pumpkin pie moonshine. But I went on YouTube to see if I could find a video, and shy of just a few, and one of them just made my head want to explode, there's really no videos on YouTube that tell you how to make it. So I'm going to take you along on my first time journey. Yes, we're all going to be de-virginized together. And we're going to make apple pie. See, it's so much in my head, I talk about it all the time. Anyway, pumpkin pie moonshine. And the ghosts are in the kitchen. Anyway, what you're going to need is 1 gallon of apple cider. You're going to need your nutmeg. Psst, it's nutmeg. You're going to need your ground cinnamon, ground cloves, ground ginger, dark brown sugar. You could probably use light brown sugar if you want. It's really up to you. I'm sticking with the dark brown sugar because I used that with the apple pie moonshine as well. And of course, your 2 heavy hitters. 1 bottle Everclear, 1 bottle Pinnacle whipped topping, so to speak. Anyway, those are your basic ingredients. And now we're going to put it all together. Oh, wait a minute. We forgot something. What makes pumpkin pie moonshine? Well, you need a can of pumpkin. Pumpkin, pumpkin. Who's got the pumpkin? Ta-da! 1 can of pumpkin. They say you want to make sure it's 100% pure. And yes, I'm covering up the logo because you never know who's going to sue you nowadays. And we're going to go from there. So, let's get started, shall we? Okay, you busted me. I kind of started without you. However, what you see in here, besides what looks like a very bad evening after eating some really bad takeout, is this is the 1 can of pumpkin mixed in with 2.5 teaspoons of ground ginger, 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. Now, then you can add, and it depends on your sweet tooth, mind you, your brown sugar. In this case, it's 2.5 cups. I'm going to put that right in there. And then we're going to add the apple cider as soon as I can reach it. It's a long reach. So, let's add it in there. Now, depending on which recipe you want to go with, there's many on the internet you can find. Some say you do not have to simmer this. I'm weird. I kind of like to. I don't know why. This is one of the few ones out there where you don't necessarily have to cook it over a slow boil for 10-15 minutes, but I'm not saying I'm a purist, but I kind of like to. So basically, you now mix it all together. I will mix it a lot better than that, I assure you. But I want to turn the heat on. So, basically, you're going to stir this continuously for about 10 minutes. Just to make sure everything gets in there nice and mixed. Although I often find in my experience with the apple pie moonshine, the cinnamon doesn't like to play well with others. So don't be shocked if you find it float to the top, or maybe even sink to the bottom, which it will do on your apple pie moonshine, and I'm pretty sure, again, this is my first time making pumpkin pie moonshine, that it's going to do the same thing with this. See, as you can see, if we can get this to slow down on its stirring, you can see the cinnamon right up in here is just floating at the top. Maybe it's kind of like, you know, when they spill gasoline in water, it just floats. Maybe that's the same thing with cinnamon. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm sure you don't want to watch me stir this for 10 minutes, so we're going to pause again, and we're going to come back after a little bit, and then we're going to add thing 1, thing 2. Alright, the batch has mixed. Let's see here. Not very good lighting, and I do apologize. I moved this off the stove, and now we're in this area. It has gone to room temperature, so we are now going to add the alcohol, which is 1 whole bottle. 1 whole bottle. Oh my god, it got dark. Very dark. 1 whole bottle of Everclear. Listen to it fizz. This is... Did I hit stone? Sorry, folks. My lovely assistant decided as she's opening the whipped vodka to have a swallow, which she knows better.
Just a taste.
And now the Pinnacle. Yes, I'm giving them their props. Pinnacle. Whipped vodka. Good to the last drop. And we want to make sure we get all that delicious goodness in there. And boy, look at it separate. Holy crap. Look at that. Now you would think that's a bad thing. But according to the recipes, they all say expect it. So, let's give you a little light here. See what I mean? Almost looks like cottage cheese. So we're going to give it a nice little stir. Now, this part is strictly up to you, folks. You could either A, put it into, basically you're going to take your funnel. I probably jumped way ahead of than I should have, but let me explain. You can either A, take your funnel, put some cheesecloth on it, and use it to basically pour into the bottle, or you can do it without. Now, since I went to the store and they didn't have any cheesecloth, I'm pretty much going to wing it. However, Amanda is saying, hey, wait a minute, we do have cheesecloth. The point is, the store did not. I digress. Alright, let's give that a little bit more of a good mixing. Because no matter what, and again, the ingredients or the websites I went to get ingredients and how-tos did inform me that when you see what you're about to see after I stirred it, which is the sediment and all this other stuff, that it is going to happen. So you can expect that. Don't be afraid, children. Do not be afraid. And Amanda, if you keep pacing behind me, I swear to God... Ay, 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 ay. That's why I love her, folks. Anyway, a little more stirring, make sure it's nice and mixed. Now, you can get mason jars and pour the mixture into that, which I intend to do, but I also have this. I figured it was dimly appropriate. It's a empty bottle from a pumpkin face rum, and there goes the lights again. Those damn ghosts. Anyway, I'm going to use this one, and I'm also going to use this one. I think this one's pretty cool. Goddamn light, help me, help me, help me. And I'm also going to use one other little novelty bottle, which is this. I'm a sucker for the classics. Anyway, you can, like I said, put some cheesecloth over or on your funnel and pour the mixture in, or you can do it as is. The most important thing is once you got everything poured in, you do have to keep this refrigerated. Some people try to put it in their cellars. As long as I think the cellar is like about refrigerator temperature, I don't see the problem. But better safe than sorry. I would say store it in the refrigerator. Anyway, that's the end of part 1. We will see you back in probably a couple of weeks because you should really let this mellow to let the alcohol absorb and get a little, smooth. Because if you were to make the apple pie moonshine, I know we're doing pumpkin pie moonshine, but if you were to do apple pie moonshine and you drink it right away as you finished making it, basically it is like, it's harsh. It's really, really harsh. But if you let it sit and age a little bit, it mellows out, it's smooth, and then it turns that drink really deceptive. Other than that, we're going to do the same rules to apply here, and we will check back in about maybe a month, like around about Thanksgiving time. That should be when this should be perfect. Perfect. So until then, drink responsibly, and, well, how would you like to end this? They can't hear a shrug. Good Lord. So I guess we're going to end it with a shrug, so, later.